Hi there, welcome to the first video in this series where I'm going to share my journey building a mobile app, from the design prototypes all the way to publishing on both the App Store and Play Store. So you might be asking, what am I creating? In simple terms, it's yet another shopping list app, but hold on, I do have plans to make this more than a boring shopping checklist. Personally, I struggle with creating shopping lists because I never know what I need. I know when I need to buy more bread, but it becomes very taxing on the brain when I need to create a shopping list for the month. Like, where do I start? For me, this process involves visually searching through the freezer, pantry, cupboards, and such to find out which items are low on stock. This works most of the times, but there are rare cases where I'll forget to add a depleted product because I cannot visually see it in the freezer. Another issue I have with shopping lists is how manual the whole process is. Who has time to manually add items every time they need to pop by the shops? Definitely not me. Not to mention, having to tally your total expenditure in your basket as you walk through the aisles? Let's not even get started on collaborating on a shopping list. In my household, shopping basically goes something like this. Get to the fridge and notice that milk is running low. If I remember that someone might be passing through the shops, I message them about it. I also make a mental note for next time I go to the shops. Let's say I do go to the shops, I do buy the milk, get home, and realize, oh, we needed rice for dinner. So yet another trip to the shops. The list of problems is longer than my arm, so let's move on to the solution. Imagine a shopping list app that allowed you to collaborate with household members in real time with push notifications whenever the list was edited. On top of that, this app would automatically add purchased items to a digital pantry that you can use to keep track of expiry dates. This digital pantry could also be used to quickly create a shopping list from items that are running low. A nice addition to the traditional shopping list would be a running total of how much you've spent so far based on what you've ticked off the list. This might have already been solved by other apps, but there's nothing better than reinventing the wheel. To a certain extent. So let's get started. I like to start by creating a few prototypes in Figma to give me a visual idea of what I'll be coding. These prototypes are usually more of a rough starting point than a one-to-one replica of the final product, so I do not bother spending too much time on them. As you can see here, I'm going to be using the Figma components provided by Apple for iOS, so that I can quickly get something going. Quick disclaimer, I am a backend developer, so please do cut me some slack when it comes to my design choices. So here's the final result of the Figma prototype. On the home page, we have a list of shopping lists split off into your private ones and your shared ones. So when you click on the plus, it will take you to this model pop-up where you can give your list a title, description, toggle collaboration, manage collaborators, and set defaults for things like currency and item sorting. Clicking on manage collaborators will take you to the collaborator screen where you can view all the collaborators and their respective roles. You'll be able to collaborate with your shopping list, so you can set viewers, editors, and who the owner is. Going back to the home screen, when you open a list, it takes you to the respective list screen. for example, the Sunday brunch. And here we have a list of items that we want to buy with their quantities and any notes we need. Taking an item will cross the title out as well. On the same screen, we can also add items to our shopping list. And we can provide the title of the item, description, the price, what type of units we'll be using, and the quantity. Going back again to the main screen, we can now move on to the pantry feature. So here you'll be able to add items that you have in your pantry, fridge, freezer, and keep track of expiry dates and low quantities. And you have the option to search at the top for a certain item. Adding an item will allow you to provide a title, description, and optionally an expiry date. You can also provide a price and unit and quantity for your next shopping list. Lastly, we have the settings tab. Here you'll be able to get support, rate the app, view the version, change the theme, toggle reminders, and sign out. So this is what I have so far. Hope the design isn't too bland. I know it's missing a splash of color. In the next part, I'm going to be discussing the tech stack that I'll be using and planning the database structure. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe if you would love more content like this. See you next time.